gonna keep it in stock. Can I go 2 seconds? Can I go 2 seconds without something? Can we go 2 seconds without something stupid happening, bro? We literally just pulled a full circle, kind of. And I say kind of because we haven't gotten the next trailer on Monday yet. Because one of two things is about to happen here. One of two things is about to happen here. Either A, we get a new character, which is what I think is going to happen, and then Globku's going to get cooked, again, just like he got cooked for the Kompaku thing. And then either B, if he's right, then people are still going to be pissed anyway. That's literally it. That's literally it. And then to make things worse, how about this? What if this happens? We don't get a character next week, right? But then the next week after that, we get like all these other characters. Oh my fucking god! Can we just wait for the game to drop, please, bro? Please, please, please. Anyway, we're reacting to the Rebirth of Souls community basically crashing out on Globku, and oh my fucking god. Once again, I think we just pulled a full circle on this, but here we go again. Jesus Christ.
Rebirth the Souls community crashes out on Globku after he says the following.
I'm getting a bit of backlash every time I say the roster is done. My source is not my translator. I have double checked this with 3 or 4 different sources, but if you don't want to take my word for it, I guess you can cope until next Monday, because you're not getting a character trailer next Monday. You may get a trailer, but it's not a character reveal.
After
I'm telling you right now, if we get a character, oh my god. Oh man, he better be, his source better be Jesus Christ himself at this point, bro, because if he ain't right, he's getting cooked. His source better be the Lord himself at this point, because if he is not correct, he is getting cooked. And I will say, they are doing a hell of a job at Bandai Namco, Tamsoft, and all, like, they're doing a hell of a job keeping this game under wraps, bro. And I think, once again, that they're doing this on purpose because they don't want the game to get spoiled like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero did with the whole, once again, people trying to stream the game before embargo date and all that other shit. But it's like eerie. Like, they're on top of it like crazy. Like, we haven't seen anything. Like, even IGN, who usually gets their hands on everything, as garbage of a freaking gaming journalist site as they are, out here naming Concord a fucking 7, even though that game was ass. As garbage of a website as IGN is, somehow they always get their shit, bro. And even they didn't get their hands on this. Even they didn't get their hands on this. In fact, the only times we've ever seen anybody else play the game have been clips like on Twitter where you saw the Japanese community playing, I guess, I'm assuming the demo and whatnot. And then obviously all the stuff we've seen from, Marita, from all the, story stuff. And then whatever gameplay that we got to see that they dropped from the game show that they did with Bleach Souls. That's the only thing we've seen from it. Other than that, they've been keeping this game under wraps for real. So at this, I need, first of all, I wish the community would just chill the fuck out. I need y'all to just chill the fuck out. If take it from anybody, take it from me, bro. Crashing out over Globku isn't gonna save his ass, and I'm not defending his ass either. Because let's be real, I went on Twitter too. And I also saw that the Japanese website said coming soon for not only the Quincy's, not the Quincy's, for the Karakura Town people, but also for the Waco Mundo and for the Soul Society people. So, I saw the same thing, and how I even made a post talking about, he about to get cooked on Monday if we get another character, which I believe we will. But, either way, let's continue, man.
Globku said what he said in his video. People went to places like Reddit, Twitter.
Reddit is irrelevant here, I'm gonna be real.
To share their criticisms as to Globku don't know what he's talking about. He probably making it fuck up. What's his sources? Just trust me, bruh. And essentially,
the Sephiroth music is an excellent choice. I'm gonna be real. The Sephiroth music right there was the excellent choice.
This all stemmed all the way from when the game initially got announced, and people have still been keeping that energy since then. Thus, they're not looking at this with clear goggles.
Oh yeah, no, they're not.
Things into consideration. However, I do have to.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. For people to be holding on to the beef as long as they have, is kind of nuts. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, that Kompaku thing happened so long ago. Like, y'all gotta let that shit go. As stupid as it was, y'all gotta let that shit go, bro. I literally made a whole video because it was getting so bad. I don't know if it got traction or not because it's been that while. It's been that long. I literally had to make a whole video talking to people about like, yo, y'all need to chill the fuck out. The game hasn't dropped yet. We haven't barely at that point in time barely got any news. So everybody needs to just chill the fuck out. It's not that big of a deal. Maybe he didn't watch Bleach or anything like that. Like he said he did. Who cares at this point? Like y'all understand? Like the fact that people are still holding on to that beef. I mean, respect to them for not switching up. I mean, at least they're keeping the energy that they kept before. But at the same time, you know, like, it ain't that deep, bro. Like what the fuck?
Admit, the community does have some fair counter
Oh,
things
yeah.
to take into consideration.
Oh yeah.
The first thing is that on the website, the Japanese website, to be perfectly clear,
I
when you go
cannot
to the
wait to play
character
Yorichi,
section,
man.
it still says coming soon.
Yep.
Now, if this is
Yep.
an indication of anything, each section of the three have
All
coming
of them,
soon.
bruh.
Wakamundo, Solstice,
Which means that we could potentially get 3 more characters. Every single one of them still is coming soon. And I don't know about you, but if you guys watched my last video, I talked about this. Unless Bandai Namco, Tamsoft, themselves, or Kubo himself say anything, or help Jesus himself, for that matter, the good Lord himself, then I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. I'm taking it with a grade of salt.
Society, Katakura Town. So, by that logic, if this was a significant thing, doesn't that mean there are at least 3 more characters coming, and thus this
Minimum.
32 wouldn't be correct? Well, it's also quite possible that the coming soon could be in reference to DLC characters, because I would imagine
That is true. That could be
coming
possible.
soon would refer to them, but what if one of the characters is a Quincy? So why would it still say come soon?
Yeah,
Again,
that's the
something
thing.
to take into account.
because it couldn't be, in my opinion, even if people were to take into the fact that it could be just talking about after the game gets released and it's going to just keep that until the DLC drops. This coming soon that we're getting more likely than not, based on what we've seen so far, is mostly talking about the characters that we're getting from all the way from the beginning of Soul Society to the Karakura Town arc. So I don't see that happening. I really don't. And I don't think they're dropping the DLC day 1 either. It's going to be a little while before we drop DLC. So it makes sense to keep that coming soon, especially for those 3 specifically, because it just doesn't make sense to do that. It just doesn't make sense to do that, in my opinion. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense to do that. Plus, on top of that, like he said earlier, where's the Quincy's at that point? If they're going to do that, where's the Quincy at? You might as well make a Quincy slot. Or the Wunderreich, my bad. The Wunderreich.
The second counter that we've been seeing people share is that Ryan Wagner, the brand manager
I saw
for
that.
Bandai Namco,
I
who's
saw
on
that.
Bleach Rebirth of Souls, had shared a tweet
I-
after someone asked, "Hello, can you give us a confirmation if we get a new trailer this Monday, or is the roster done?" He says the random urge to spoil a marketing campaign.
I know he's itching to drop whatever the fuck that was, too. I know he's itching. He's probably the most excited out of all of us because he's in there. Also, somebody just subbed to me, too. Hey, thanks for the sub, man. But, yeah, no. I know he's probably the most excited one out of everybody here to drop some shit. But because he's the marketing guy, he's probably being told not to. And me personally, as excited as I would be to do some shit like that, even I wouldn't compromise my job like that, bro. I'm gonna be real. I would care if I was somebody in that Rebirth of Souls team. I'd be too hype to be trying to get myself screwed by dropping a leak like that. As much as I want the community to see it, hell no.
Campaign. Now, is he trying to tell us something, or is he just being cute? Ryan, are you being cute, or are you trying to tell us something?
He's trying to tell.
Probably the
I feel like
biggest
he's trying to tell us something, but at the same time, he's got to keep it under wraps. But there's no, the fact that he said what he said, unless he's just messing with us, I think we're gonna have to get something. Like, I don't think we're about to just get one character at a certain point. I think we're about to get some We're about to get some Dragon Ball Sparking Zero shit where they're about to drop at least a decent amount of characters near the end, or it's something else. Like, there's something huge coming.
people are using to say that this is wrong is Globku saying it, guys. So it's not
that's
true.
the
I
usual
really wish I could
nonsense.
say I was being hyperbolic, but
And I'm gonna be real. As much as people don't like Globku, because Globku said it's wrong nonsense doesn't mean that it's completely wrong. As much as people don't like him, as much as hell, the whole damn Twitter space don't like him, bro. I'm gonna be real. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing. Nothing. And once again, me personally, I already said what I had to say about it. Where if the source ain't coming from Bandai Namco themselves or anybody in that team, it's a grain of salt. At the same time, you can't take everything for certain, bro. That's how I play this. I'll take what people say in mind, but at the end of the day, I'll put it in the back of my mind that, hey, this probably is never going to happen. So if it doesn't happen, I can't get mad or I won't be mad because at the end of the day, it didn't come from the actual team themselves. So yeah, y'all could probably use the argument that Globku said it, so it probably doesn't mean anything. I've even seen people make arguments that he's just doing it to get views, which I don't know if he could actually do that or not. Me personally, I don't see him doing that, though he could if he wanted to. I mean, he's got the fan base, I guess, but I don't know. I don't see that benefiting him in the long run, me personally, because once again, if once again, he made the video already, so he can't take it back unless he decides to delete it, which I don't see him doing. But it wouldn't be in his benefit to make a video like the one he did, and then Monday drops, we get a new character, and then he gets cooked in return. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. He's supposed to be hosting a tournament soon, according to his own video. So it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't help him at all to make bait videos, at all. So that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of neutral when it comes to this kind of thing. Me personally, I just want to see the game come out. I want to see everybody have fun with it. I could care less about all the bullshit. But here we go.
Various comments, both in Globku's own video, Reddit, and Twitter, where people were saying, isn't Globku the guy that was hating on the Bleach game months prior? Or isn't he the person that was doing this? This situation
Hating?
even riled up.
I don't know. Hating, I would say more like misunderstanding. I wouldn't say hating, because the whole thing with Globku, for those of you guys who don't know, which I'd be surprised if you didn't know, the whole thing with Globku that people were mad about is the fact that he said that the Kampoku was just a random word that the Bleach game came up with and it wasn't actually a thing. And then people had to go and correct him that it was actually mentioned in the early parts of Bleach. And then his whole excuse was that he's not going to remember everything in the beginning of Bleach, and people were basically accusing him of not actually watching or reading the story. That was kind of what people were getting pissed off at him, because we already know that, if people had said something like that with Ki or Chakra when it comes to Dragon Ball, Naruto, or even, Hockey or the Devil Fruits with Luffy and One Piece, people would be on his ass for that too. If he was to just say that that was some random made-up power system that just came out of the blue. That was kind of like the whole argument around that, so it wasn't like he was even hating on the game, in my opinion. I think it was more of a misunderstanding of the power system, and because me personally, I'm not expecting everybody to remember that either. I'm gonna be real. The only people who really remember that are people who are deep into Bleach like ourselves. So, I don't know. That's just me, but I don't think he was hating on the game. It was more of a misunderstanding of, oh, I don't know the power system, so I'm gonna just say it was some random made-up thing, which did piss people off.
Some of the Bleach YouTubers. Imran had retweeted this thing, and he simply just said, "Someone gonna tell him." Cause
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Imran
He
is
blocked
saying
him.
that he has information that conflicts
I saw that
with
shit.
Globku's information. Thus, maybe he knows something that not even Globku knows, or he's simply saying it because he doesn't believe that 32 is the final roster count. Regardless of the crash out, I do find it a little bit interesting how Bandai has been very zipped when it comes to Bleach
Oh,
Rebirth
yeah.
Souls. There hasn't been any American marketing, no YouTubers, no companies. Heck, IGN didn't even play the game as far as they have told us. Right now, everything is so freaking quiet, it seems unreal. Now, come this Monday, if it turns out we get another trailer with another character, the community is going to retaliate against
Oh
Globku.
man, it's
But
about
if
to
it
be
turns
some
out
bullshit,
we don't
bro.
get a trailer, we don't get a new character this Monday, as crazy as it sounds, they're still going to retaliate against Globku. Heck, I even made a tweet yesterday and I said, community gonna be heated when Globku ends up being right. He responded, he said, I'm still gonna be the villain somehow in this situation. Which,
either way, people just don't
the
like him that
Reddit,
much
the Twitter,
for
like
whatever
all these
reason.
places, it just seems like people are hanging on to what Globku said months ago.
Months ago,
and
bro.
that small thing has been used.
Y'all gotta let it go,
man.
man.
I don't like this person.
Y'all gotta let it go.
This one instance, this opinion is something they said is insane. For me, it comes down to this. Whether the roster is 32 or there could be more characters, I think this is going to be a game that
It's gonna be
we all can
fine.
enjoy.
I'm gonna be real. If the roster is 32 and they don't include Baragon somehow or Dongai Ichigo, I'm not gonna like it, me personally. I'm not gonna like it, me personally, but I won't be mad either. Because 32 characters is more than a lot of rosters get usually these days at launch. Though me personally, I still think we're not. There's a really low chance that we're only getting 32. And especially in a game like this, when has there been a Bleach game, especially as of like a console game recent, or any game for that matter, that doesn't include all three of the freaking Espada, or let alone Donga Ichigo? The main thing that people are focusing on is the fact that they said specifically this game is going up to Karakura Town arc. And as far as we know, there's a couple of characters that we are missing from this arc. Specifically, we want to talk about 5 of them. White, Tensuzan Getsu, Dongai Ichigo, Yami, Baragon, hell, in Ishin, so technically 6. 6 characters that we are potentially missing that have showed up either during this arc or even beforehand. And, well, I could probably throw White off, so 5 actually, because he's probably going to end up being an Echo. I saw somebody in the comment section talking about that, but it doesn't make sense. Why would they advertise the game? That's like false advertising at that point, in my opinion, and how technically it is, because they said it's going up to that point. So why wouldn't they have that in there? Because you already know that, let's say if it was a boss fight or something like that, they've got to give Dongai Ichigo a moveset. You know, they got to have Soifon go against Baragon. That was literally one of the main fights. Like, they can't just throw that out. Like, let's be real with ourselves here. They got to give them something. They got to give, like, that's another reason, is I don't see them giving Baragon just a moveset just for a boss fight. And that's it, while giving the other 2 actual movesets, probably making them boss fights, but actually giving them actual movesets and making the characters playable. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. I say, me personally, that until we see anything otherwise, grain of salt. And I think we're getting more characters. I think we're getting bare minimum 5 characters. We're getting 40 minimum. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I know there's some people talking about, you guys are ungrateful in my comment section that you're only getting 32. You know, most character rosters don't get that much size. So, well, that's not what we're even talking about in the first place. We're talking about the fact that this game goes up to the Karakura Town arc. All the characters that we've gotten so far have been up to that arc so far. So why wouldn't they put in stuff like Yami, Baragon, Dongai Ichigo, Ishin for that matter, hell, even Tensuzan Getsu for that matter. And it even makes more sense when you think about the characters they released beforehand, like Monster Aizen, which we all know Dongai Ichigo fought at the end. And hell, to a point, technically Ishin, Urahara, and Yoriishi ended up fighting Aizen before he got into that fight, when he was in his cocoon form. So it even makes more sense to put Ishin in the game. Like, let's be real with ourselves, man. Let's be real with ourselves. Like, come on now. But, hey, I'll let him continue.
And the game is coming out in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
Thursday, probably like at some point, we'll be able to play the game on the 20th. And we're going to have fun. So just 2 weeks.
Just chill, bro.
No one crashes out further.
Chill.
We shall see what happens. Makai saying, if you guys like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Me personally, you already know my stance. Unless it comes from at this point, the good Lord himself, man. If the good Lord himself don't come down and tell me that they ain't gonna make no more characters and Bandai is done and we're just getting other shit at this point, grain of salt. That's how I see this at this point. And as far as the crashing out, chill. Y'all need to chill. As much as y'all don't like the dude, chill the fuck out. We don't need this. We don't need to start this off like this, bro. We got 2 more weeks till the game drops. Chill the fuck out. I know there's going to be people who are going to crash out because these new gens don't know how to stop crashing out. I don't know what the hell it is with this new generation of anime fans, but these people do not know how to just chill the fuck out, man. They do not know how to chill the fuck out. It's all crash outs up in this hole for whatever reason, but do whatever you will. Me personally, I say it ain't worth it. It ain't even worth it, man, in my opinion. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Yada, yada, yada. You know, stay chill out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.